Hey, we have some really adverse weather going on. We have snow about half a mile up the road. But I gotta do a repair. Window screen had fallen apart, so I went down to the hardware store and got some parts for it to restore it. So stay tuned. We're gonna do some homestead repair. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hanson. We have some adverse weather going on around here. So whatever I do on the farm, I'm going to have to do under the cover of shelter because we're having hailstorms, we're having snowstorms, and we're having heavy rain. I'm trying to let my pond dry up, but all this rain is filling the pond up again. So it's going to be a little inconvenient for me to be able to film this show with a background noise of rain and hail hitting the roof. But I have to repair a screen on the house. The screen is really in bad repair. You see these corners here? Yep, those are those. They just break because they're plastic. You know what happens when the sun hits plastic if you don't paint them? Yep, they deteriorate. And that's what's happened to this. Is all these corners have deteriorated. But I'm saving the framing and I'm going to be taking all the screen off so we can salvage this screen. It's a fairly simple task for a home repair task. So there's your little screen thing, and that's what I'm going to do with that piece is that's broken off in there. I'm just going to shove it down in there with a screwdriver. It's supposed to look hollow like that. And these are your screen frames for around your windows. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm salvaging the rubber seal that goes around it to keep the screen in place. And we're going to go ahead and try to make a decent screen to go back on the bedroom window on the front of the house. Yes. And this goes in the garbage. Now, I could not justify going down and buying a special tool to do this. They do make special tools. So all I'm using is a flat tip screwdriver, a small spatula, a putty knife, which I have in my inventory, and a box opener. Now, I've been using these tools for years to redo these frames. So what I did, this is the broken one. You see that? It has a measurement, 5/16. I went down to the hardware store and I got replacements. Yes, they do sell replacements for these. 5/16. How about that? I'm going to go ahead and put the screen together. Real simple. And see this part right there? I'm just going to shove that down in there since I cannot get that out of there. Okay. How about that? Look what happened. My cheap Harbor Freight tool broke. Go figure. Harbor Freight. From China. You know, I'm disgusted with what we're getting out of China lately. Absolutely disgusted. So, make sure you put this in right. This is the inside of the frame. And you're going to put your piece in like that. There it goes. It's in. Real simple. This needs to be shoved down, or see if I can pry that out. Nope, I'm ruining it. Had to get a different screwdriver to shove that piece down in there. Okay, that worked. Make sure the other end. Yep, got to do the other end. That works. And there you go. Make sure you get them together correctly. There you go. There's one corner. This piece needs to be pushed in also. I'm jerry-rigging this, you guys. It is what it is. There. Got it in. Alright, well, that much done. Put that one in there. Ooh, gotta push this one down. See? I bent that back out. Bent a little bit. Okay. Ha! And the whole thing's bent a little bit. Bent straight. Okay, it's as straight as I can get it. See that dimple right there? Somehow got bent. So we're gonna finish putting it together. Voila! A newly put together screen frame. Now we got to put a screen on. Now this is quite unfortunate because we're going to have a lot of waste on screen. So if you can find screen that'll fit your frame. See how that easily comes off? Well, when you put your rubber gasket in there, that's going to keep it all nice and tight. So we're going to go ahead and lay this down and spread the screen out, and we're going to trim the screen, and that's where the box knife comes into play, is to trim the screen with. So, let's get this assembled. I'm moving it up to a more higher level for me to work on. So I'm just pushing the gasket down in the groove and making sure I pull the screen to make sure it's nice and tight and it doesn't have a warp in the screen once I get it done. See, this is what keeps these from coming apart. That's the gasket is very important. I'm going to stretch it a bit. Well, let me put this other end on first. Turn this project around. Whoever is responsible for this pandemic and creating this virus, I only have one thing to say to you about this, and that is this. May the fleas of 1,000 camels infest your armpits. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know, because this has caused a lot of separation and division in families. It's caused a lot of divorces. It's just caused so much. And it's like a sifting. It's causing a sifting. But you know what? Ultimately, there's a greater power in control. And those individuals who think they're in control, well, we'll just go ahead and let them think that. I know that I have faith and confidence. I'm on the winning side already. So there. Back to fixing the screen. A very a-religious and apolitical thing to do is home repair and saving money doing it yourself. Take your time. It's okay. Just take your time doing it. Don't be in a hurry. Seriously, folks. I mean, during this pandemic, what else are you going to do? Seriously. What else are you going to do? Some states are opening back up again. Some people are protesting. Well, let them do what they feel they need to do. I'm just going to do my home repair and focus on the farm and getting ready for what some officials, well, especially WHO, World Health Organization, are actually predicting a famine. So I'm putting a lot of emphasis and resources on the garden, and I have food banks that we had ordered. I don't know how good the seeds are. We'll try them out. But they're a crisis garden, is what they call a crisis garden. You can go on Amazon and order those crisis gardens or food banks, and you can plant up to an acre of food to last one family, a whole year. And I thought about plowing up an acre down to acorn acres with a tractor and then planting everything out of one food bank and trying to grow just that and see how well it does. At least I'll have food for the residents of Acorn Acres and hopefully enough for the families, because my wife and I, we eat a lot of salads and we grow a lot right here in our greenhouse. So let's get this screen trimmed off. Okay, the screen is rehabituated. Let's go install it on the window. I need a screwdriver. And a ladder. Okay, that's set. Okay, mission accomplished. I got it in, and it's nice and snuggly, so I don't think it'll come out. I promised myself during this 6-7 week vacation that I'm on, I'd at least get one thing done every day. Just one thing, no matter how minor it is. And if you look at my video at the first of the year, my first video of the year, I went through an itemized list of things I wanted to accomplish on the homestead. These are projects I needed to finish. I started a lot of projects since we moved onto the land, and I had to go through and I've started projects, but I never completed a lot of those projects. There's just little minor things. So this year I resolved myself to focus on doing the repairs to the homestead and finishing all the projects I needed to get done. Hopefully soon my plumber will pull the permits on the propane tank install so I can get that project finished. I'm just waiting on him. That's all I'm doing. I'm waiting on my plumber. I don't know what's going on down at the county during this pandemic, whether they're even doing permitting right now or not. I don't know. But it's frustrating to know that that is just waiting for the permit. Once I got the permit, call the inspector, get it inspected, get it backfilled, then call the propane dealer, come out, and then do his inspection, and then fill the tank. That's all I'm waiting for. That's another major project. But the screen is done. That screen is done. Another small project is building a screen for the window over the air conditioner in the bunny bungalow. That window does not have a screen. And there's a lot of other little projects that I can focus on. I did get my posts for my fencing around the back pastures for the livestock. I just gotta dig the holes, get those set in cement, and get those in and put my fencing up. I can do that this week, but we've got rain through Friday. We'll deal with it. I'm your host, Jerry Hanson. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this little adventure of just repairing something simple for your home. Almost every home has screens, and if you wanted to know how to repair a screen, there's parts available for really cheap. I spent $9 for the screen and the new little corner pieces. That's all it costs. Click that bell icon, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and also click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms really helps out the channel a lot. Hey, we'll see you guys in the next adventure. Bye-bye.